Hi, my name is Sean Smith, and welcome to another omnied.org resource. This one's on engagement, particularly engaging our learners through collaboration. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be back, or hopefully in the future, with all our students? They're face to face, there's no mask on them, they're all ready to learn, and they're thoroughly and fully engaged. Well, sadly, we're still dealing with the masks, rightfully so, and we're still dealing with students at a distance, be it at a distance down the hall, be it the fact that they have to be a distance in our classroom, or maybe they're a distance at home. And with at home, it also may be the fact that they're interacting with their adult caregiver, their family member, grandma and grandpa, mom or dad. And for us to engage all those individuals, the students that we're working with face to face from afar and both at the same time, we know that a variety of different things work for engagement. We know that if we give them formative feedback, and we give that real formative feedback on a regular basis, that's powerful. We also know that if we can individualize things, if we can offer space and pace in terms of what we're doing, those all work to engagement. But today what we want to focus in on collaboration. Because see, we can have the students collaborate, we can engage the students in interaction with their peers. That's a powerful way to really enhance engagement. Now, many of us, when we think of collaboration, we tend to think of the fact that, well, they have to be in class, they have to be there face to face. Well, there's ways to facilitate out of class, there's ways to facilitate it in real time when they're interacting with each other, but there's also ways in this digital world to think about ways to do this when they actually are not live and together, that asynchronous. Now, during COVID, we know that traditional collaboration, that fact that it's a bit organic, the fact that it's small group in the hallway, wherever we can find small group interaction or a place to be able for them to interact, that social distancing, the masks, the way we have to worry about things being cleaned, et cetera, really prevents some of that traditional collaboration. So instead, we need to look at our online collaboration and how we can use digital tools. And in this example, I'm going to focus in on Google Slides within Google Classroom. Now, there's lots of different ways to collaborate with digital technologies, but see, Google Slides, as other Google products allow us to do, we can be actually online interacting together without a mic on, without talking to each other, and yet see what each of us is doing in real time. And by the way, I could have my teacher in there with me as well, and they could be offering me feedback and comments in real time as well. Now, I could also do this asynchronously, where I make a change and then 10, 15 minutes later, maybe an hour later, a peer of mine pops in, they make a change, I check back in, they've made a change, I've made a change, and then, of course, that interaction, that level of engagement through that collaboration. But if you think also Google Slides, it allows me to demonstrate what I know. I can use a variety of different media. I can use text, audio, visual, objects, things of that nature. It also offers lots of different tools. Now, as we think about Google Slides as well, there are elements that we can put in as educators. We can embed in text, we can embed in video, we can embed in audio, we can embed in directions to scaffold, to support, to facilitate instruction, to facilitate direction, and also to facilitate what we want you to complete. Let's give you a few examples and then we'll call it a day. So let's think of that text slide. And in so doing, let's escape out of our presentation so you can actually see the slide. And if you see this slide, first of all, I've typed in the fact that, well, here are my directions. I want you to type in text here, right? I want you to go to that outline that we created in an earlier class, and I want you to highlight this text and list point 1 from the outline. Oh, by the way, I can put in my comments here the fact that, well, see, the reason I put up an example here, I put the example here so that you go and find an image that illustrates your point, delete mine, and insert your own. Now, I could also offer this in a manner that I could go into my next slide and I could put in some audio narration. And so here, I can simply click on it. We can also offer an audio file, and the audio file would offer. And so in this example, I've offered directions where they actually hear my voice. I walk them through it, and I can connect that audio file to various parts of the slide or all parts of the slide. Now, the beauty of it is when I'm done, I simply highlight it, I click, it deletes. I don't want to do that right now, but it's no longer there for the individuals now that have been typing away and modifying things. They can get rid of the directions as well. Let's go back to the presentation for just one more moment, and we'll go from the audio file to a video. So we can embed the video lots of different ways, but think of it this way. Well, here, let's go ahead and listen to it for a moment. We can also offer a video file. In the video file, we could offer directions like select the example icon, delete the example icon, and then go ahead and insert a new icon. You can insert that by going up under Image and downloading one from your computer or your drive. So this is just an example, but the example allows me to input video, it allows me to give directions with that video, and then when I'm done with it as a student, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the video, delete it, and move on. And so in a way, I'm now, of course, interacting with a peer or peers, doing this real time or asynchronously. I'm on the phone with them or video conferencing with them as we do this work. So I'm really enhancing that level of engagement. And by the way, I'm also offering scaffolds along the way as an instructor to facilitate directions, instruction, supports, and of course, trying to enhance that level of engagement through collaboration. I hope this was helpful, and I've offered you down below, as well as also off of omni.org, a variety of resources and a variety of links for you to go to learn a little bit more about Google Slides and how to utilize them and the ins and outs. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us on omni.org. I hope this was helpful. Please come on back. You'll see a variety of different resources that we update regularly. And this one was to reinforce engagement through collaboration in the digital, hybrid, virtual, remote, distance, face-to-face with social distancing world that we live in today. Thanks so much, and come on back to omni.org.